Hey everybody, Vicarious Viking here, back with another Binding of Isaac Community Remix Mod Item Showcase video. And today we're going to be taking a look at all of the new items that have been added from the last 3 updates. I kind of wanted to get these out as soon as the updates came out. Obviously that didn't happen, but now we're going to do it. And we're going to get started right away. There's 8 new items so far. This is the first one that's been added. This is called Eyesore. This was added in the very first update. And what it does is when you shoot, it allows you to shoot in 1 or 2 additional tiers in any random direction, and the chance to do it, I think, is like 1 in 2 chance to 1 in 4 chance. I'm not sure exactly. It's pretty frequent though. It's nice. And you'll see I just picked up Mucormycosis or Mucormycosis, I believe. And this one is whenever you kill an enemy, it has a chance to poison all enemies in the room. I'm also going to get this one as well. This is too spooky. This works very similar to Mucormycosis, but instead of poisoning all enemies in the room, it has a chance to instill fear in all enemies in the room every time you kill an enemy, and they'll just kind of run away from you. So I'm going to show you all 3 of these items in action right now, hopefully, anyway. As I'm gonna kill this thing, and you can see, I'm gonna pick up the spirit heart. You can see Eyesore in effect a lot. We are fighting Duke in here, which is pretty much perfect to show off Mucormycosis and Too Spooky. In that I don't really actually have to attack the Duke of Flies. I just have to attack some of the flies that he spawns. And you'll see the chance for Too Spooky, excuse me, and Mucormycosis is pretty low, but one of them should proc here any second, and you'll notice if it does. Yeah, see, all of the enemies got poisoned. That was Mucormycosis, and it does pretty decent damage, close to 4 damage per tick, and it seems to last for a couple of ticks here. And I'll try to get, okay, now you can see how everything's running away from me. That was because of Too Spooky. So, I'm just going to go ahead and kill Duke of Flies. Now that you know what these 2 items do, it should only take a moment. But yeah, I think the chance for both those items, it seems pretty low, which to me makes them seem not really that much of a net positive. Certainly it's better than not having them. There we go. Mucormycosis, obviously, the more enemies that there is in the room, the much better it's going to be. If you're in a room with, like, I'll grab that, like 1 enemy, then it's not really going to matter. But that is what those 2 items do. Now, what do I want to show you guys next? Probably Tiny Planet. Let's go ahead and grab that. This works exactly as it's going to in Rebirth, probably, where it does exactly this. It tiers instead of, shooting in a straight line or whatever. They just orbit around you. And it works a little different than it does in Rebirth. They don't, like, pop right out of your eyes and sort of spiral outwards until they get to their orbit. They just kind of start a certain distance away from you and always stay there. And that's it. That's exactly what Tiny Planet does. I'm sure I don't need to kill any enemies for you guys to understand it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next item, which I guess I'll get Play-Doh Cookie. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab this black mushroom. And then I'm going to go and jump down to the next floor and find some enemies and show you what they do. So here we go. Okay, check this out. This is Play-Doh Cookie in conjunction with Tiny Planet. What Play-Doh Cookie does is all of your tiers have a chance to be one of 3 colors. They're always going to be red, green, or purple. If they're green, they have a 1/6 chance to poison an enemy, that is affected by the luck stat. I just want to blow up this TNT. So the higher luck, the higher that chance is going to be. This TNT does not want to blow up. Also, you can see that Tiny Planet makes your tiers spectral as well, so it passes over rocks and stuff like that. Okay, so the red tiers work pretty much exactly like Bloody Lust. Anytime you kill an enemy with a red tier, it's going to increase your damage by 0.28 up to a cap of 2.3, and Isaac is going to get a little bit of a red tint every time. And obviously, the exact same as Bloody Lust. This only works for the current room, and then resets. And the purple one are homing tiers, which is nice. And it might be kind of hard to see the homing in effect with Tiny Planet, but trust me, it is working. And let's go ahead and fight the boss. And I'll go ahead and munch on this mushroom a bit. What this mushroom does is you can see in the bottom right that it says speed down and tears up. And sure enough, that's exactly what it does. It gives you a speed down, and it also gives you a tears up. And if you can use it as much as you want here. The more you use it, the lower your speed's going to be. You can see I'm pretty much just gotta crawl. Oh, also, apparently, it's a little broken. So, oh, what is happening? I don't even know. I'm stuck behind rocks. I'm gonna have to teleport out of this room. That was bizarre. Okay, let's just get out of here. Okay. As you can also see, you can pretty much break the game with this. Like, if you keep using this, your fire rate's gonna be crazy high. Like, look at all those tiers. But look how slow I'm going. Like, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere like this. This is ridiculous. Alright, so the next item we're having a look at here is Book of Virtues. It's right here, and after extensive testing with this item, I've come to the conclusion that it's a really strange item that does a lot of really strange things, and I figured the best way to show you guys how this works is to just spawn the item and use it a whole lot, and take it into a room and use it, and you can see what it either does or does not do. I will take it into a room with enemies every time, and I just went ahead and popped it. As you can see, it didn't seem to do anything noticeable, but it may have done something to our stats. I'm going to go into the internals right here and click on Show Stats, and this time it didn't seem to do anything at all. Your speed is always 1 at the beginning, your base shot delay is 10, and your base shot speed is 1, and your base range is 23. Making it 22.95 doesn't really count as doing anything, and in fact, every time you use this, it will seem to have a slight effect on the range. It will make it 22 point something or 23 point something, but nothing that really counts. So I'm going to restart, I'm going to create it again, I'm going to grab it again, and we're going to go take it into a room and pop it again, and hopefully it does something. Once again, it doesn't look like it did anything, but I will let you know that I have seen it do a couple of things. I've seen it spawn Holy Water for a room, I've seen it spawn Guardian Angel for a room, I've seen it spawn Able for a room, and I've seen it do a range increase, I've seen it do a significant damage increase, I've seen it do a damage up as well as a speed up, and a couple other things. Let's click on Show Stats. Once again, 22.61, it just took our range down a tiny bit. Doesn't really seem to count. I've seen it spawn the common cold effect for a room as well once. Let's create it again. I seen it do this really weird thing once where it was kind of working like a laser where it would hurt enemies as long as you were lined up with them. And but you couldn't actually see the laser, and I was still shooting tears. As you can see right here, it has spawned Sister Maggie for us. I'm just going to go ahead and create it one more time and see what it does. Maybe it'll do something new for us. Okay, this time it spawned its little Gish. So there you go. It seems to be able to spawn a large number of different types of familiars. I've seen it spawn, like I said, now Gish, Sister Maggie, Holy Water, Guardian Angel, Able. I've seen it give you a range increase. It seems to have some pretty different effects on your stats a lot of the time. So I know for sure it can do kind of all of those things that I've mentioned and all of the things that you've seen, but also know that it can kind of do nothing sometimes. And it is a 6-room recharge, as you can see up here. So currently, I don't think it's quite working the way it's supposed to, but it will probably get updated in the future. And the way it's working right now, obviously, I don't think it's that great of an item. All right, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the last item that we have here is Soul Script, and I'm actually not going to show this one in this video because it actually affects each character differently, and nobody's quite 100% sure how it affects each different character yet, but as soon as we figure it all out, then I will make a video on this and show you what it does. But for now, that's actually going to do it for this episode, so I want to thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, and you can check out my channel for more community remix mod item showcase videos and a bunch of other stuff. You can subscribe to be notified of when I come out with new videos, and I do plan on, like I said, showing off Soul Script in the future, and some of the updates and fixes, and I plan on following all of the updates that the community remix mod comes out with. So once again, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, Vicarious Viking here, back with another Binding of Isaac community. Don't laugh, I'm making a video!